Okay? Okay, so that is the education industry for you. I go on to tourism. Okay, now Legoland, Malaysia, okay, opened in 2012. Okay, has been very successful. More than 1 million visitors. I'm sure a lot of Singaporeans have heard of Legoland. And Legoland has now opened their Legoland Hotel, okay, and the Legoland Water Park, both opened end of last year. Okay. Now, other than Legoland, you notice that the Legoland hotel room is a theme hotel room, pirate theme, castle theme. Okay, one night is about 700 ringgit plus. Okay. Now, other than Legoland, we also have the Puteri Harbour family theme park. This is where you have Hello Kitty from Japan. Okay, you also have the Little Big Club with Barney the dinosaur, Pingu the penguin, Thomas the train. Okay, and also the local Malaysian cartoon, which is Lat. Okay, this also opened in 2012. Okay, it's a 4-story indoor building, Puteri Harbour, 10 minutes walk away from Puteri Cove Residences. Okay, now other than that, we have Angry Birds. Okay, opening in Johor end of this year. This is in Zone A, Iskandar, in JB City Centre. Okay, and Sunway Group. Okay, now Sunway is one of Malaysia's biggest developers. They have 1,800 acres of land in Johor. Okay, and very big developer. You may have heard of Sunway Lagoon in Kuala Lumpur, a very famous water roller coaster theme park. Now Sunway will build 2 theme parks in Johor, 2. Okay, in the Medini zone. Okay, now the other theme park you have heard of is Iskandar Destination Resort, or IDR. Now IDR is basically a nature-based tourism resort. Now what does that mean? I'll show you some photos. Okay, you can see people, animals, people. Okay, people, animals and people. It's like the Singapore Zoo, okay, but with hotel rooms. Okay, so very large plot of land, 2,000 acres between Danga Bay and Puteri Harbour. Okay, basically they're going to build a theme park or a resort where people can interact with nature, for the children to get in touch with nature. Okay, IDR. This project is directly funded by Khazanah. Khazanah is the state investment arm of Malaysia. Okay, you may have Khazanah. You know, Singapore has Temasek. Okay, so Malaysia has Khazanah. So Khazanah is funding this project. Now, other than that, we have Desaru. Now, Desaru is on the east coast of Johor, the state of Johor. Now, in Desaru, we are building 2 more theme parks: Ocean Quest, Ocean Splash. These are American operator with Dolphin Underwater Museum, okay, and 2 golf courses designed by Vijay Singh and Ernie Els, and these 4 hotels. Now, Aman and Datai are what we call 7-star hotel. One night is minimum $2,000 US. Minimum $2,000 US one night. These hotels, very high-end hotels. Then the other question that you ask me is, Ryan, all this is just drawing, planning, not real one. Don't know when will happen. Okay, I suggest you all to visit Desaru one of these days. I was in Desaru in November. In fact, I'm going to Desaru again on Monday. Now, I drove all the way up here. This whole coastline is under construction. Massive construction. Because these 2 theme parks have to open in 2016. 2016, another 2 years away. Okay, again, this project is funded by Khazanah, the state investment arm of Malaysia. It's not run by ABC company, XYZ enterprise, no. It's run by the Malaysian government itself. Okay, so very big project in the coming. So now, if you look at the list of all the theme parks in Johor, okay, this is the list. Now, you have about 8 to 9 theme parks in Johor in the next 5 to 10 years. Okay, next 5 to 10 years, these theme parks will be available. And if you notice, these theme parks are all very near to each other, about 100 to 150 kilometers distance. Okay, you have Legoland, open today. Puteri Harbour Family Theme Park, also open today. This is Hello Kitty. Okay, Angry Birds Theme Park, opening end of this year. Sunway, the 2 theme parks will be built in the next 5 years or so. IDR, also the next 5 years or so. Desaru, 2016. And the 3rd theme park, this was originally planned for the US Six Flags from California, but now not confirmed. Okay, so you add all these theme parks, plus let's say Universal Studios in Sentosa, Singapore. Okay, plus Marina Bay Sands in Singapore. This is like a dream come true to all the tour tour guide operators. Imagine you run a tour guide business. Okay, this is very good news for you. You can do day 1 go Legoland, day 2 Hello Kitty, day 3 Angry Bird, day 4 play with the dolphin, okay, day 5 go to Universal Studios. And this is very, very exciting news for the tourism industry. Tourists who visit Johor will also now visit Singapore. Tourists who visit Singapore will also now visit Johor. Okay, so the Singapore government is actually very happy to have this happening in Iskandar, because Singapore doesn't have land to build all this, so now everything will be built in Johor. Okay, so if you run a hotel in Johor, very good news for you. You run a restaurant that caters for tourists, very good news for you. You take a tour bus that carry tourists, also very, very good news for you. That's why you can see that we focus on this theme called Theme Park Capital of Southeast Asia. Okay, theme park capital. We put a lot of theme parks nearby in the same location to create this critical mass. This is an intentional plan by the Iskandar authorities. Okay, and if you look at tourist statistics 2011 to 2012, okay, you notice that numbers are massively up. Singapore tourists alone up by 27%, Indonesians up by 45%, mainland Chinese 146%, more than double mainland Chinese going to Johor. Foreigners arriving via Johor, more than double mainland Chinese. And across the board, you see Filipinos, Indians, Japanese, all double-digit growth. Massive double-digit growth. Now why? Why? Basically, what happened in 2012? Legoland opened in 2012. Okay, and also Hello Kitty also opened in 2012. Okay, now if you look at TripAdvisor, now TripAdvisor is a travel website. Those who travel a lot may have heard of it. You notice that searches for Johor grew by 45% year on year. Searches for Johor. So more and more people are looking at Johor as a tourist destination. Okay? So that covers the tourism industry for you. We go on to the next industry, which is healthcare. Okay? Now healthcare, Singapore basically has two issues. Number one, Singapore population is getting older. Okay? Median age in Singapore now is closer to 40 years. Problem number two in Singapore is healthcare cost is getting expensive. Okay, no one says that healthcare cost in Singapore is cheap. So faced with these two issues, we are building a Gleneagles Hospital in Medini. Gleneagles Hospital, 300-bed hospital, opening end of next year. Where is this? At Legoland. Okay, so basically you can take a roller coaster at Legoland, come down, walk 5-minute walk to the hospital. Okay, it's really walking distance between Legoland and this Gleneagles Hospital. Now Gleneagles Hospital is run by Parkway Group, the same Parkway Health in Singapore. Okay, it's not a different company. The same Parkway Health in Singapore is opening Gleneagles Medini. Okay, now this is a picture of the site. You can see that construction is underway. As I mentioned, opening end of next year. Okay, now the other hospital is being built by our billionaire Peter Lim. Now most Singaporeans will know Peter Lim, one of Singapore's richest men. Now Peter Lim owns Thomson Medical. Okay, so he's going to build a Thomson Medical Hospital in JB City Centre. 200-bed hospital. We heard now he's raising the capacity to 300 bed. Okay, and his partner is the Sultan of Johor's eldest son, the Crown Prince of Johor. So together they're going to build a Thomson Medical Hospital in JB City Centre, very near to Woodlands. Okay, now if you look at the cost of healthcare across countries, you notice that in Malaysia, a heart bypass procedure costs $9,000 US. In Singapore, it's double, $18,000 US. Across the board, Malaysia is cheaper or comparable to other countries. Okay, so healthcare cost in Malaysia is cheaper. The next question you will ask me, Ryan, is it safe to use Malaysian hospital? Okay, cheaper one thing lah, but is it safe to use Malaysian hospitals? Are the Malaysian doctors good, right? So the next slide I show you says that Singapore government allows you to use MediSave in Malaysia. Okay, and this is since 2010, actually more than 4 years news. Okay, but some Singaporeans still don't know. You can actually go to Malaysia and use your MediSave, your CPF MediSave. Okay, the key thing in this slide is not that you can save money from using MediSave. The key thing in this slide is that Singapore government knows about this, allow you to go. Okay, they don't stop you. They say, okay, you want to go to Malaysian hospital? Can. I let you use MediSave. That is the key point of this slide. Of course, if you go to Malaysia, you cannot use MediSave in all hospitals. It's only in selected private hospitals, normally those run by Singapore companies. So when Gleneagles Medini opens next year, same thing with Thomson Medical in the years to come, Singaporeans getting older, healthcare costs in Singapore not getting cheaper, more and more Singaporeans will travel across the causeway for medical treatment. Okay, so that is a healthcare industry for you. Okay, now the other industry is the creative industry. Now what we mean by creative industry, we are talking about making TV show, making movies, like Hollywood, okay, TV shows and movies. Now currently, we have this place called Pinewood Iskandar Malaysia Studios. Okay, what is Pinewood? Pinewood is a company from UK. They were responsible for like James Bond, Skyfall, okay, and also the more recent Harry Potter movies. So Pinewood has come to UK and from UK to Johor and set up this production facility since last year. Okay, since middle of 2013. What do they do? Shoot movie, shoot TV show. Now, as I mentioned, currently we are shooting an American TV series. Okay, it's a Hollywood company, Weinstein Group. They are currently in Johor shooting a 9-episode Marco Polo series. Okay, so those of you who are interested to go and act as extras and stuff, actually it's still ongoing. Today and tomorrow, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Okay, you go to EduCity. Okay, they are currently looking for, they're doing interview. Okay, those of you who want to be in the Hollywood production. So, American TV series ongoing now. Okay, and followed by 2 more movies later this year. The good thing about movie industry is that it creates lots and lots of jobs. It may be for 6 months, 8 months, short-term period, but when they are shooting something, massive job creation happening. Okay, so Pinewood has been relatively successful. All the TV studios are currently booked. So the Japanese are also here now. Imagica. Now Imagica is a company from Japan. What do? They are also like Pinewood, but they focus on Japan. They're going to do a joint venture, setting up end of this year. They'll bring in initial 10 employees from Japan. Okay, and what they're going to do, same as Pinewood, TV shows and and movies, and they're going to bring in the Japanese companies, Japanese production shows. Okay, so very interesting, creative industry.